Oh yeah. Let's talk about Deadpool, baby. Got 6 balls for you, baby. And he knows how to shoot. Gonna go boom on you, baby. Talking about Deadpool. Grab that handle. I'm just talking about pinball, baby. Just pull that plunger back. Let that ball fly. You know how to put it in the scoop, baby. Let's get some multi-ball going. We can go all night. Say hello to his little friend. Oh yeah. He's a loving man. He's been hurt so many times.
Thank you, Agent K. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
His way. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Multi-ball all night, baby. Knock him down. They keep coming back up. Yeah, multi-ball all night. Gotta do it right. You don't want to stop now, baby. Oh yeah. Let's talk about Deadpool, baby. Got 6 balls for you, baby. And he knows how to shoot. Gonna go boom on you, baby. Talking about Deadpool. Grab that handle. I'm just talking about pinball, baby. Just pull that plunger back. Let that ball fly.
Jared Gage, thank you for the sub.
The scoop, baby.
I would like to play some Miss Pac-Man, but I have watched my kids play so much Miss Pac-Man this week.
A valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of...
I haven't gotten a lot in.
You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted it with treacherous monsters and obstacles.
Wanted to watch the intro. The timing was right.
In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the dragon's lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
I didn't realize until I was playing this wearing headphones that it's only mono, and it's a little bit annoying. But I hope everybody's having a good Easter. Game Club Central, thank you for the bits. I am hiding from my family in the basement for at least an hour. and I don't know. I've had the itch to play this for a while. It's been a long time. I've probably forgotten every pattern. It's going to go terrible, but let's do it. Maybe. Wait for the disc to queue. Oh, help if I put credits in. There we go. I do have the Dragon's Lair enhanced ROM. And I thought about switching to that, but I was like, why add another element that's just going to screw me up? Oh, I knew it. This is going swimmingly. Might be time to switch to some cliffhanger already. And there's the spear. I can never remember what to do with the spear. Not move near the snake. That is probably ideal. 5 already? Alright, so 162. That's what we gotta beat.
You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his...
Might as well just load it up with credits now. What's funny is I got everything all set up so I can easily see the score display, and then I put the chat tablet like right in front of it. So you guys can see it. Better start. Apparently, you're not supposed to jump toward the door, and you're not supposed to sword that last hand. Knew it. I waited too long. Can I get some yield rapids or something I remember? It's a good thing they're virtual credits. I actually did better last round, even though it felt like I died more. Rocket Horse of Doom. And reverse. That must have just been a timing issue on that. Oh, damn it. This is already a scrap game. How many credits we got left? 2. Ye old rapids. Sorry, ye rapids. Uh-oh. Whirlpools. Sorry, Gramps. I will read your text as soon as I have the next death. And it's gonna come up quick. Just like that. All right. Gramps says, not sure I've ever Sorry, child. You have to... Oh, why am I getting double audio now? All right, testing. Hey, looks like the microphone's back. Now we need to figure out where my game audio went. So, for whatever reason, the PC hard locked. When it restarted, all the audio is all reset. I'm trying to figure out. There. Hate to do this, but we're going to waste some credits so I can at least see if... Is that good? Or am I looping? Testing. I'm looping. Hey, that sounds like Dragon's Lair. Now the question is, can people hear me? Oh, I typed so apologize. Not what I meant to say. I was trying to say I apologize because normally this goes a little bit smoother. I don't know. My computer has been cursed lately. All right. Now I need to text my wife because one of my children tried to walk past me naked to get a soda out of the fridge. And that's why I was waving my finger in the corner. It's been a day. All right, let's try this again. She won Pinball Gramps. Stace came in first at Bells and Chimes this month. It was 5 strikes. I forget how many strikes she had, but I mean, she did very well throughout. All right. Sword. I need to figure out that one. I don't remember the pattern. I assume I need to move to the right or left of the hand that comes out. The problem is it could come out right or left. At least the sword didn't seem to do anything for me. Follow the bag! Nope. I am not playing this on a LaserDisc player, Gramps. This is a emulator called Singe. And what it has is all the video tracks from the LaserDisc, and then it uses the ROM and it cues the tracks like it would on the LaserDisc. But I do not have an actual working LaserDisc cab. I wish I did. So you're playing this on your computer or pen? So I'm actually playing this on my main cab, which is directly next to the pin. But I had to mess with some of the video. Like I'm running the Dragon's Lair window or video screen in a window in a frame so that I could put the score display on the bottom because that's a separate screen on my cab, and I couldn't come up with a good way to or a separate screen on the main cab, so I couldn't come up with a good way to overlay it. How many credits do I have? And that it's funny is I'm still laughing. I took great care so I could see all the displays, and then I put the chat tablet directly in front of where like my score and credits and stuff are. So this uses a different emulator than MAME, but it's the same controls. I mean, it's a separate emulator. You can do it on your pinball cab. Like Jared Gage plays on his back glass. Toast. So this is, I'm using Singe, S-I-N-G-E, which is the dragon in Dragon's Lair, but probably the easiest one to use and most common is one called Daphne, which is the name of the princess. Supposed to go forward toward the door, not up the stairs. That 167 that I did first very well may end up being my high score of the day. Nope. I use Launchbox Runeword. I actually prefer Hyperspin to Launchbox, but it just got to be a bear to maintain. And there's always the problem that I have with Launchbox and... there's always the issue that I have with Hyperspin and Windows Defender and just all the antivirus. Just... Dang it. Thought I was going to make it that time. Just all the antivirus killing all the Defender stuff. Sorry, apparently I can't play and talk. I apologize, Runeword. When I die, I'll explain it better. Which we're doing a lot of. There we go. All right, so Runeword, I use Launchbox. I prefer Hyperspin because of the themes and the art. But the issue that I always have with Hyperspin and Rocket Launcher is Windows Defender killing it, Windows Updates killing it, things changing, and it just became a pain in the butt to maintain, whereas Launchbox is wizard-driven. It handles most of that. It can auto-download art from EMU movies. And I've sort of settled on it. Plus, it's nice for scanning in Steam games. All right, what does Van say? Donkey Kong Country 2, Super Mario World, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong 64, Superman 64, or Super Mario 64, Aladdin, Pac-Man World, Crash Bandicoot, Warpad, Spyro Year of the Dragon, Spyro, A Hero's Tale, SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom. Oh, those are your favorite platform games. See, I read the highlight. I missed the one above it. Those are all great platformer games. I stick mostly with arcade games because that's what I grew up with. Ratchet and Clank. I do love Ratchet and Clank. Runeword, yes, I do use Big Box from Launchbox. All right, let's give it a serious run. I can do this. Over the jungle swing. Of course. No! Didn't hit the sword fast enough. It's gonna be left or right? Left. The timing on this one is terrible. You gotta hit it just right. I got skewered. Apparently I was supposed to go up. Three credits left. Ed, I'm using Singe, which is a slightly nicer version of Daphne. It doesn't have a front end to it, really. It just, you put your LaserDisc files in it and your ROMs, and then you control it with BAT files. Ooh, we made it to the whirlpools. Yee whirlpools. And I saw you had a comment or question, Rune World, but I need to get to a pausing point so I can look up. I apologize. I will read it, I promise. Alright, is it going to be left or right? It's left. And too soon. Too soon with the sword. Got the mace in the face. Alright, let me catch up on chat here for a second. Runeward says, I've recently been using Launchbox. I prefer not to use Big Box, but the video previews in Launchbox are too small. Wish I could make them bigger. So Runeward, I believe the video previews are dependent on the resolution, but I could be wrong. That might just be a Big Box thing. I also know that you can change that in the theme files of Big Box, but I don't know how to do it in Launchbox. And then Ed says, DL is one of those games. It's cool to watch, see, frustrating to play. I actually find it relaxing, Ed, which sounds really weird, but I enjoy games that are just memorization because I can turn my brain off and I can just go through the motion. And I didn't set it up today, but with Singe, there are a lot of people that are making LaserDisc games. Like custom ones. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Fire and Ice, but someone is making someone has made a LaserDisc game out of Fire and Ice, which is just like this, but it plays through the movie. They've also done a Puss in Boots one. There's a Friday the 13th one that's pretty entertaining. And if I'd been thinking more, I would have had some more of those set up to showcase. But the problem is if I play it not in a window, I get frame skip in OBS when I capture it for some reason. But if I set it up that it plays in a smaller 720p window, then we do okay. And so Dragon's Lair and Cliffhanger, I think, are the only two games that I actually tested today. It's good to know, Ed. I did not know that there were different Launchbox themes for just straight Launchbox as opposed to Big Box. I'm kind of new to Launchbox. I got tired of messing with Hyperspin. All right, let's do this. Hey, a handful's still better than nothing. Yee Rapids. And whirlpools. Haven't seen boulders yet. Will it give me boulders at the end, or did I skip the boulders by going straight to the rapids? Oh, we got hit by the ball. Kind of want that diamond, but nope, not going to do it. Should have gone toward the weapons. Oh, I think this is trolls. Whoa! I don't even know if I remember that room. Nope. Not quick enough. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Meatball says, I like big box. I launch directly into on my race cab and arcade machines. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with my main cab too, is just launching straight into big box. Launchbox doesn't screw up my RetroArch settings, which I like. In that Rune Word, that was a big part of me switching to Launchbox. It was endlessly customizable. You could do the custom scripts before and after, kind of like you can in Popper, whereas I relied on Rocket Launcher with Hyperspin and my own custom bat files, and it just got old maintaining it, even though I liked the look feel of it better, but that was because I put so much more time into customizing it. Ed says, I got mine before they upped the price a few years ago. A front end should not mess with emulator settings. I agree with that. I do like, though, that Launchbox gives you options, like it'll do auto installs now for RetroArch for people that don't know all the options. And Ed says, all it's doing is telling the emulator to load in what game. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but sometimes there's cleanup and close. Shilling? Not so much. Oh, shelling, not no, I don't shell big box. I just have it as a startup application. So I don't think I've replaced the Windows shell on an arcade build in years. Bare minimum startup. Yep, I reread it, Ed. How much did the price go up? Because I think I only paid like $20 or $25 for a lifetime license. You know, I forgot to check the score that last round. I probably beat my high score and I wasn't even paying attention. At least today's high score. Oh, come on. Always with the balls. Follow the bag. Ugh. It zoomed past at the right, and I missed it. Apparently sword v anvil, no good. Trolls! Was probably supposed to sword that bat, wasn't I? Forward! Not right, forward! Alright, so what did we end up with? 37,000. I would say we're getting close. I think someone recommended Display Fusion to control BB load screen. I don't recall. I don't know if I've ever heard of Display Fusion, but I will Google that. Ed says, I've seen some issues with loading to the wrong screen as well. Think Windows screen numbering issue. I have seen some of that, but usually I control that inside of a post script, or a post-launch script or a cleanup script. Kind of like I do in Popper, and I haven't had many issues, and maybe there's a better way to do it, but I'm trained now. RuneWord says, when you download metadata, do you just grab everything? I'm worried it's going to start taking up a lot of space. Metadata does eventually take up a lot of space if you have thousands and thousands of games, but for the most part, and a lot of times what I do is I grab everything to start, and then as I keep going with my build, I find games that I don't like, don't work, don't play, and then I start removing them, and I clean up the metadata before I delete the game. Meatball says, my marquee and main displays always work fine on an arcade machine. I've not seen any issues with screens. So this would be an example of a game that I have had issues with screens in the past because it is two separate windows for the game. My score display is a separate emulated window. And it's more of a limitation issue with the launcher, so I have to set the coordinates to place that. And sometimes, and depending on the launch or the big box theme, it will not set the active window correctly at the end. So I'm actually using a program that I've had for years called Focus Bitch. And basically it's like almost like an alt tab that you can control from command line, and you can pick the window you want it to shift focus to. And that's how I'm getting around that. It was a tool from the old XBMC forums when they first ported to Windows. I think I've been using it since Windows 2000. Oh, we haven't seen the Death Horsey in a while. Maybe I'm supposed to jump back. That's about the only thing I haven't tried on that room. Too soon. Oh, I hit back instead of forward. Because the position change. Mace to the face. Yeah, so the cool with the original Dragon's Lair, there's tells or clues in every room. In Dragon's Lair 2, they had flashes for everything except for the special weapons like the bow and the gold arrow, things of that nature. But in Dragon's, like, so when I get to the room with the balls that are, you know, rolling behind me, the trigger is there's the left and right, and then the Indiana Jones boulder behind you. When the left and right passes the screen, that's when you move forward. And what always messes with me is it's good until you get to the part where you have to jump over the crater at the end, and then the camera perspective changes. So instead of pushing down to move toward the screen, you need to jump forward, even though the character is still moving in a forward direction. And my brain just isn't adjusting to it lately. This is definitely a different castle. That's right, Tubaka. All right. Let's see how we can do this time. I forgot to check my score last time. I don't know if we're going to beat that 37,000, though. I am not playing great today. So for this one, wherever there's fire, turn away from the fire. And then the wall at the end, which can be inverted. It can be left or right, depending on if they mirror it or not. You just don't hit the wall. And then, so ye boulders here, you get the flashes that you can move toward. But then when you get to the ye rapids, you just have to wait till you're in the center of the rapid and then move forward. I guess you do get a flash, but not all of them. Then the whirlpools, you just stay to the outside of the whirlpool in the easiest lane, and you watch the bubbles, and when the bubble starts to like wrap around the whirlpool is when you move. Too much Mario lately. And for the jumping platforms, for whatever reason, it's always the third one. Follow the sword. I didn't go left fast enough. So when the Lizard King is chasing you and the sword is attached to the bag, you just continue to follow the bag. Now we got trolls, so the trolls come out, kill the first one, run away, kill the second ones, continue to run away. I was not fast enough. I looked down at chat at the terrible time. Let me catch up on chat. RuneWord says, I also have a pared down build. Most platforms only have 100 games, some a bit more or less, and I don't have every platform created. Yeah, that's... I mean, it's kind of like when you build your VPN for the first time and you put 1,000 tables on it, and then you determine that you really only play like 70 of them. Same is true of when you set up an emulated MAME cab or a console cab or a Pi or something, and you're like, I have 3,000 games. And I maybe play 200 of them. And you just kind of have to go through the pain and figure out what you like, what you don't, and what tools you have to remove them. Because, like, are you really going to play the ROM hack Donkey Kong that changes Donkey Kong into Sonic? I mean, maybe, but are you going to play all 100 of them? No longer have Pokemon attitude. Gotta catch them all. Dirk looks so much like Sir Kay from Disney Sword and Stone. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, this was drawn by Don Bluth, who was a Disney animator before he left and made his own company. So a lot of the characters in... Wow, my timing's way off there. A lot of these characters look like Disney characters. Move away from the fire. Hey, Hollywood. Yeah, my computer froze, and it took me a minute to get things back on track. Alright, so it's not jumping back. Maybe it is sword like I'm thinking. It's just the position is not great. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Timing. Dead. And the chipmunk works, and I haven't frozen yet as far as I can tell. How many credits do I have left? 2? This is one of the cool things about the original Dragon's Lair that I don't know if they decided it was too costly, too much overhead on the LaserDisc player, but the reversing of the scenes to mess with you is, like, annoying as it is kind of cool. Hollywood, I had clam chowder for lunch. How about you? Oh. Toasted. Too far. Schizo says, I'm having spaghetti and meatballs. Spaghetti and meatballs sounds pretty damn good. Hollywood says, undercooked potatoes, but great cheese toppings on them. And a roll. Yeah, even when potatoes aren't the best, you just add more sour cream, cheese, bacon bits, and it's still pretty good. We ended up canceling our family dinner today because my sister has COVID. She's doing well, but we just decided we'll give it, you know, a week or so and then reconvene. Did I get my foot caught there, or did I make it? Alright, follow the bag. Oh, dang it. I thought I was going to move left. Time to get out of there. Bat. Oh, I always forget about the bat. Yesterday was fish, rice, pilaf, and carrots. That sounds awesome. All right, so 26. We're still not beating that 27, or 37, but that's okay. We're progressing. What was in the full spread, Game Club? Full spread sounds good. Death Horsey. Oh, I'm supposed to go right. But okay, so it is sword for that last hand. It's just the timing. All right, back to the Indiana Jones knockoff ball. I didn't wait for the ball to pass. Follow the bag. Not quick enough. Deviled eggs, chocolate cake, cherry pie. I will have to read the rest in a moment. Oh, I wasn't fast enough on the uptake. That went terrible. Our Game Club Central says ham, turkey, mashed corn, mac and cheese, 2 gravies, cornbread, snowflake rolls, stuffing. That sounds awesome. So how did you do? Did you do like turkey in a broaster or fry it and then ham in the oven? Like how do you pull that off? It's kind of awesome. I should totally do ham and turkey. Ham, Polish sausage, mashed potatoes, scalloped potatoes, fresh bread, banana roll. Man. We're probably going to make pierogies. But nothing like your guys' spreads. Oh, I jumped it. Too soon. I don't mind the long drives. It's dead. I don't mind the long drives. I hate when I go to a large family gathering and it's not a full spread or it's finger food. That's what I hate to drive to, because it's like, hey guys, we just drove 12 hours and it's a holiday, so nothing's open. And it would be nice to eat more than a charcuterie board or something. All right. I got more than enough credits. I don't know why I'm putting them in out of habit. Mostly because I can't see the credit screen. Man, it is really wanting me to do the rocket horse. Barely made it. Alright, wait for the bouncing yellow ball. Too soon. Follow the sword. And fail. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I messed that up. I tried to move to the right before I sorted. DC animated movies are better than any of their live action. I am bummed that I missed City of Demons, but I was in and out, and I made sure to watch it myself last night in bed. I love that movie. There's a lot of great Constantine DC animated. Hollywood says, Paul, that movie was so good last night, we missed you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Oh, was City of Demons last night? I thought it was during cartoons during the day. I don't remember what I was doing last night. Oh, I took a side job. I was fixing someone's server. They had a big Adobe project due, and their server they use for rendering went belly up. And so I helped them out, and then I got home like right at the tail end of Marty's stream and ended up catching the start of Pirates. Found a YouTube channel that has some movie stuff. Guess the movie from a single screenshot or movie quote. Oh, that would be fun. I love those type of games. Depending on the, I'm good at it depending on the era or genre. The reverse Tarzan swing. Ah, went to the fire. Oh, too late. Do you guys prefer the original Bad Girls table? I didn't know there was a new one. not fast enough. I thought I caught it. I was supposed to go right. But hey, at least I avoided the bat that time. So that was progress. I avoided the bat. Bad is a reskinning of Bad Girls. Well, I'll take a look at it. I've played the Bad Girls physical table. I don't know that I've ever played a VPX of it. It's called Retro Quiz. Okay, I need to write that down. The part crossing the bridge with the two spinners. What the hell do you do? So the spinners slow down, and you watch the speed of them spinning, and then when they slow enough, you move forward. And that's as best I've gotten. Sometimes I can hit it multiple times in a row. Other times, it's luck. But the key there is when you first enter the room in the video cues, the spinners are going really fast. And then they eventually slow. Brownie meatball? Oh, about bad? Didn't hit it fast enough. Not fast enough on the bag follow. Get the green sword, or the flaming sword. Oops. Oh, little bit further each time. You haven't looked much at the VPN Studio stuff. It looks like it's similar to the Eric Ferris's high score display in Popper, except whereas his was just a black window with text. It looks like VPN Studio can do themes by table and auto updating. It also has Pinhem built in, so it can read scores out of your NVRAM. It's got a lot of cool features. It looks like it's a conglomeration of like a whole bunch of really awesome softwares that aren't as popular as they used to be. I look forward to playing with it more, but I've barely looked at it. Probably should have today, but I don't know. I wanted to do this and relax. Man, you gotta be lightning fast with that. Wait for the ball to pass, then move forward. Alright, so this is the one that, notice they start slowing down. And if you wait too long, you run anyway, and it... Supposed to go forward again. Oh, well. Runeward, how long is this game? So Dragon's Lair, if you watched it as a movie, is probably, I don't know, I would say like 17 minutes if you watched all the scenes play out. When you play it as a game, basically you end up passing X number of rooms, and then you get to the boss, save the princess type scenario. And the rooms can be reversed. Some of the actions can be reversed, so it's a little bit different every time. But if you went to YouTube and you just wanted to watch it as a movie, I think it's around 17 minutes of animation. And when you watch it straight through, it just plays it linear. It doesn't do the track reverse or any of that. There's some alternate death scenes. Yeah. Then Dragon's Lair 2 is a little bit longer, but Dragon's Lair 2 is completely linear, so it's pure memorization. Like, it's the same movements every time, whereas with Dragon's Lair, it changes it up on you. And I think, because we're going to have to start dinner soon, I'm going to play one more Dragon's Lair, and then I'm going to switch over to Cliffhanger, which is based on Lupin the Third. We'll try Cliffhanger. Hopefully I remember to do the button mapping correctly. And then we'll go find somebody to raid. But I appreciate people hanging out, guys. I didn't know if this would go over. Was this one of those, like, every now and then when I stream stuff, it's like, well, every time I stream stuff, I do, you know, mostly stuff people have asked for or stuff that I'm excited about. This was just something I wanted to do for fun. I didn't know that anybody would show up, so I appreciate the support. I'm sorry we had the computer glitch at the second, and into the fire! I was going to make a cool VOD out of this, but with the computer glitching in the beginning, it's going to be a fun edit. Alright, wait for the ball. Too soon! Lizard King got me. Save me! And again, I was supposed to move toward the spears, and I got distracted, so... I think that 37,000 is going to be our high score for Dragon's Lair. Bear with me a moment while I change... Well, I'm going to use the Dragon's Lair overlay for... for cliffhanger, but we don't need our fancy dandy score pad. You'd think I would have left the file folder open with all the batch files that I created for this today, and I didn't. And I launched it full screen, and we got nothing. All right, wait for the disk to index. Have a good one, Ed. Thanks for joining us. Oh, it was Runeward saying goodbye to Ed. Runeward, thank you for joining us.
Game that keeps you on the edge of your toes. By controlling the joystick and the action button, you determine the fate of Cliff, a lovable outcast, and his quest to rescue...
Man, I probably should have found another bezel, because apparently I do have this ripped at, well, it's not quite 16:9, but it is a higher resolution than Dragon's Lair was. The other thing about Cliffhanger is Cliffhanger has feet and hand buttons, and for one, I'm not 100% positive on my mapping, so I'm probably going to die a lot the first round until I remember which button is which. I forgot to copy the SDL config when I set up the directory, so I did it really quick as I hit start streaming. And this is a Stern Electronics game, by the way. Braving the boring cornfields of Indiana. All right, so that is not the hand button. There is an alternative death scene for this where you can have Cliff or Lupin hanging from a gallows every time he dies. All right, so that's hand. Last try. All right, apparently my mapping is not correct. So this is not going to go well. Maybe we're going to have to do some Dragon's Lair 2. Or we could try Dragon's Lair Enhance. Or Enhanced. Yeah, let's do some time warp. So, if you're unaware or unfamiliar with Dragon's Lair 2, Dragon's Lair 2 has the LaserDisc rips that are most common and easily found on the internet contain the direction of what you're supposed to do in the corner. And there is finally a HD remaster that someone is doing besides the versions that you can buy. And I actually do own the game legitimately on DVD and Blu-ray, but it doesn't play right. And I could probably rip the videos and set the sequencing up to get rid of it, but I'm just using the one that's freely available.
The casket of doom has opened. Mordroc will place the death ring upon Daphne's finger in marriage, and she will be lost forever.
All right. Get some credits. Let's do this.
Kidnapped. My Daphne kidnapped again?
Seriously? I wonder if I accidentally switched my control profile. That would be funny. I will check that in a minute.
Kidnapped. My Daphne kidnapped again? Idiot! Don't cough. You better fight my daughter or else!
Grab the golden arrow. It was down, not right. And it tells me. But I've given you a coin. Get our arrow. Van says, I've beaten Dragon's Lair 2, and Space Ace on the Wii a long time ago. That's awesome. I have never beaten Space Ace. The other one's few and far between, but I have done it, and it depends on the platform. Some of them are slowed down a little bit. Some of them have better indicators of what you're supposed to hit. At the arcade, the only two LaserDisc games I can think of that I have beaten is I have beaten Cliffhanger, and it's pure memorization, and I have beaten this game. But that was like 30 years ago. My reaction time has slowed just a little bit. I swear I hit sword. Something's goofy. Give it one more go, but apparently I am Dragon's Laired out. I am a little bit bummed about Cliffhanger. I was looking forward to that. It's like my timing is off. Forgot to take care of the spider. It's down, not right. All right, now it's a mission. It's left, then down. Alright guys, I think this is where I'm going to call it tonight. Let's go visit MPT3K, who I think is still riffing Wonka. And maybe I'll come back later tonight and play some pinball. But I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. We'll be live tomorrow night with the FX3 Open Challenge. We know we're playing Attack from Mars, and I'm struggling to remember the second table. But it was a double... Oh, really? I got a high score? That's funny. Well, I'm going to call it a night, guys. And thanks, everybody, for coming out. I will catch you guys tomorrow at 8:30, if not sooner.